Please do not come to the United States. We are not the same country we were 4 months ago. It is not safe here anymore. They can pull you off the street. They can detain you. They'll do God knows what to you. They're doing it to our own citizens. They will do it to you.
Major breaking news just coming in now. The World Cup tickets are being cancelled. You won't believe more than 20,000 tickets have been cancelled in less than 48 hours over immigration fear in the United States. And FIFA has immediately called for a state of emergency.
Over 16,800 people canceled their FIFA World Cup tickets over the last 48 hours. This surge in cancellation of tickets is fueling a call for a boycott of the World Cup in general in America, citing that America is not safe for not only the fans, but especially the athletes that are coming from nations that our current government deems shitholes.
Why would anyone travel to the United States for the FIFA World Cup? I'm seriously asking that question. Why would any international person travel right now to the United States for the FIFA World Cup when you're watching people getting detained and shot in the face for no reason?
I'm hearing that the FIFA organization had to call in an emergency meeting because more than 16,000 fans have canceled their tickets. They're scuffling to try to sell tickets now. Baby, to those more than 16,000 fans, baby, y'all made the right decision. It is not worth coming to a country where you don't know if you're safe. You don't know if you're going to be on vacation and you end up getting round up by some ICE thugs because they are racist towards your skin color. So yeah, they made the right decision. Baby, I would cancel too. I'm from here and don't want to be here, let alone encouraging someone that is not from here to come here. Yeah, y'all made the right decision, and good luck, FIFA, because baby, yeah, you get it.
So the new World Cup has just been canceled in the USA. And this is because travelers from other countries are terrified that ICE may decide that they're a gang member and they'd be locked in prison for a year with no charges. Because if you watch the videos of ICE, they run up to random civilians and they're like, "Are you a US citizen? Are you a US citizen?" Imagine you're just traveling to the USA and you're like, "No, I'm not." And then you get pulled in the van, but you're like, "I'm just traveling." So guys, a lot of people are very afraid, and as you know, the World Cup is coming up. But guys, it gets worse, so keep watching. People are literally being locked in prison for a year with no charges, no hearing, no trial, no right to consult a lawyer, and no phone call. The US is not safe to visit. I canceled my World Cup tickets. 5 million views, 200,000 likes. So it seems like a lot of people are agreeing, and if the World Cup sees that everybody's mainly canceling their tickets, they're not going to go here. They're obviously going to change it because they need money, of course. Everybody's saying this is a smart move, amazing endorsement, but guys, what do y'all think about this? Let me know.
Hey, thousands of Americans and people outside the world, not outside the world, but outside America are canceling their tickets. This is after the American citizens came out and tried to announce to people that it is not safe in the United States. Remember, all of this is a movement that is being bought by the recent case scenario of this ICE that happened in Minneapolis, right? And so this all reflects something that I think people need to look at it carefully, because the United States is crumbling. If you cannot have your own citizens to trust people to get into the country like the United States, it becomes so much difficult for you to grow like economically. But hey, these are warnings that our people are trying to sharing, and I think it's important that people who are planning to go to the United States to take heed, because they're trying to tell you that, you know, it's not safe. It's not safe in those places. It's not safe in that place, and you need to be careful when you decide to go to the United States. And as a result, this led to something. This led to the tickets being cancelled. A lot of tickets being cancelled. You know what this means to the economy of the United States? It is not it's not a good picture. But these are signs of a crumbling empire. America is really crumbling, and we are now seeing it. Because when the citizens of the country becomes the enemy of the country, you understand what is happening. America in general is crumbling, and you can definitely feel it. You can definitely see on how the citizens of the United States, generally people who come from the America, talk about this issue. Brothers and sisters, I want us to watch this video. You know, I'm going to be back. I'm going to be sharing my thoughts in regards to this. As you know, I'm your host and presenter EduTech Stories. But until then, let's get into it. I'm going to be back.
In the comments.
We have wild news. Remember when FIFA gave Donald Trump a peace prize? Yeah, about that. International fans are now canceling their World Cup tickets in protest of Donald Trump's violent immigration crackdown, and it's snowballing fast. Nearly 17,000 fans have already canceled, and that number is climbing rapidly. And it's not because of prices, and it's not because of flights, but because people don't feel safe entering the United States anymore, and I don't blame them. See, fans from Europe, Africa, South America, and Asia are openly saying that they're not coming to a country where ICE is unaliving civilians, harassing people in the streets based on their skin color and accents, and treating immigrants and visitors like targets. The breaking point? Of course, the ICE unaliving in Minneapolis, where Renee Good, a U.S. citizen and mother, was unalived by a federal agent. That video went global, and suddenly the World Cup, which was supposed to be a celebration of unity, looks like it's being hosted by a violent country in crisis. People are posting refund confirmations instead of travel plans. Hashtags like Boycott World Cup are trending internationally. Fans are saying they refuse to watch football on bloodstained soil. And here's the key part. They're hitting the money because that's the only language that Americans and this Trump regime understands. FIFA, they're reportedly panicking. Host cities are very nervous. Sponsors are watching closely because if international fans don't show up, the entire economic promise of the 2026 World Cup, it just collapses. This isn't just about soccer, it's about values. You can't sell joy, unity, and global community while running a violent country that looks hostile, militarized, and dangerous to outsiders.
Over the last 24 hours, more than 25,000 ticket cancellations or trip cancellations for the FIFA World Cup have occurred. This has created panic in the FIFA World Cup organization, and they have called an emergency meeting to discuss why this is happening. And it's very clear. They state it right here. They're not coming because they don't trust this government. They're watching ICE tactics play out in real time thanks to you content creators, because mainstream media won't cover it. So to the international community, thank you. What you're going to see next is a concerted effort by the FIFA World Cup people to tell you, we're safe, nothing's going to happen, we're fine. You might even see Donald Trump pull back on ICE tactics until the World Cup is over and then forcefully put the agents back on the street in a more aggressive manner because he wants you to come spend your money here. I need you to stay strong, stand firm, cancel those trips. Even if you have just a trip canceled to the United States, please do not give your money to this country. This man is tearing this nation apart. He's stepping all over in fact, he's wiping his ass with the Constitution. Our rights are being violated. The rights of immigrants are being violated. They're being left in shitty, inhumane conditions. They're not deporting them when they should. If they even sign off and say, fine, deport me, I can't live in these circumstances or these conditions, they're not even deporting them. They're leaving them in these fucking prisons to work for these for-profit prisons. It's insane what's happening in this country. Nobody's doing anything, and the more you guys keep your money in your pocket, the more they have to listen. Please boycott the United States. Boycott the World Cup and any other major operation or event that this country tries to hold. Keep your money until this administration falls back in line.
Please do not come to the United States. We are not the same country we were 4 months ago. It is not safe here anymore. They can pull you off the street. They can detain you. They'll do God knows what to you. They're doing it to our own citizens. They will do it to you. Please do not support American products. Don't buy American. Don't vacation here. I'm very sorry to say this, and I want to apologize on behalf of all rational Americans in this country who are fighting Trump tooth and nail with everything we have. We're sorry. We're doing the best we can to get rid of this guy. and all his crooked cronies. But we're having a very difficult time doing it. We handed him the keys. An ignorant populace handed him the keys to this kingdom, and we're finding it very difficult to even slow him down, frankly. I think America's done. I hate to say that, but I don't know how much we can do, what we can do to slow this guy down. We're trying very hard. Please don't support us anymore. And to my government, my friends in government all over the world who we dealt with in business and for so many years, you guys were so good to us all over the place. You know, France, Australia, the United Kingdom, of course, Canada, of course, Mexico, you know, Costa Rica, Panama, all over Asia. You know, you guys have been wonderful partners to us for years. I'm so sorry Trump is treating you like dirt. Don't expect anything better from him in the future. He's a tyrant. He wants to be a dictator, and frankly, he's turning into one very quickly. Again, we're having a hard time slowing him down. I'm sorry to say that. Please don't trust this guy. If you're working in government, he makes you a promise. His promise is worth nothing. I've known this guy for 30 years. His word is worthless. And that goes for all of his crooked cronies in our GOP that are supporting him. Do not trust this guy. Do not trust. The reason I'm telling you this right now, if you're wondering, is because I'm getting out to a couple million people on social media a week now. And he's going to shut me down. He's shutting friends of mine down. He's threatening my friends that have millions and millions of viewers on social media, that are rational thinking people. He's threatening them within an inch of their life. He's going after them for taxes. He's going after them for any way he can. And I'm afraid it's going to continue, and I won't be able to say this, so I'm saying it now. Do not trust anything American at this point. We are not the same country. I don't know that we ever will be. Again, apologies from America. You guys have been so great to us, and we're so sorry.
If you're a football fan and you were planning to go to the US for the World Cup, but you're disgusted with the killing of Renee Good and Keith Powers, and you're disturbed by the kidnapping and brutality of ICE towards people of color and suspects of illegal immigration, or you're disturbed by Trump's kidnapping of the Venezuelan president and his threats towards Greenland, today is your last day to cancel your World Cup tickets. The 13th, today, the 13th is the last day you can cancel. So if you want to boycott the US and make a stand, again, today is the last day you can cancel your World Cup tickets. I personally was never going to go to the US to watch the World Cup, but some of you might have, and this would be a great way to boycott. And this is a reminder for all of you in the UK, America doesn't like you. I've seen a lot of videos about this, but I just want to reiterate that Americans don't respect the British. They don't respect other European countries. So don't think that just because you're white, you're going to be protected going to the US. Just because you're white, ICE isn't going to come after you. And just because you're British or European, America might not commit a war crime against you or your country.
Over 16,800 people canceled their FIFA World Cup tickets over the last 48 hours. This surge in cancellation of tickets is fueling a call for a boycott of the World Cup in general in America, citing that America is not safe for not only the fans, but especially the athletes that are coming from nations that our current government deems shitholes. 4 years ago, the World Cup was held in Qatar. When that announcement was made, there were a bunch of human rights organizations and watch groups who had their ears turned up to say, how could you possibly do a World Cup in the Arab world that's not in line with democracy, freedom, and human rights? And now we have people from the Arab world canceling their tickets in the modern free Western world due to human rights concerns and violence that's being done against people of a specific race, religion, and phenotype. Fans are citing safety fears, political protests, and a growing human rights concern about the way that humans are being treated in America. In response to the growing backlash, FIFA has announced that they're going to set an emergency meeting this week to discuss the ongoing concerns and how to mitigate tens of thousands, if not 100,000 people canceling their tickets. The games are set to start from June 11th, and they're taking place in Canada, America, and Mexico, but the bulk of the games are being done in America, where we currently have ICE and police attacking American citizens. Like, I knew that this would be a concern, especially with when you look at the countries that are football, soccer fans. It's all the people that this current administration hates. It's not majority white people. Yeah, a lot of Europeans love soccer, but a lot of the countries are coming from black, brown, Muslim, Arab, Asian, Latino people. The people that by said racial profiling would get picked up by ICE. ICE, who is killing American citizens and rounding up kids, underage kids. ICE even rounded up a priest, and they had a priest at gunpoint. And then they put the priest in the car, detained him, and they kept trying to intimidate the priest. And he was like, I'm not scared of you. And then they said to him, well, you're white. You're not fun anyway.
An ICE agent literally came over to me and said, "What did you say?" I said, "I am not afraid." And they pointed a gun in my face. ICE put handcuffs on my hands and put me in a black SUV. And then a few moments later, they came back and they said, "Are you afraid yet?" And I said, "No." And then they said it. "Well, you're white. You wouldn't be fun anyway." It was then that I knew that this staging, that these ICE raids are really about fear and intimidation.
Just proving the point that all of the racial tensions in this country are at the behest of the current administration, but that ICE is racially profiling people and white people should have been safe, but they just killed a white woman. I say all that to say there is growing concern for human rights issues and safety in this country. And how long does America get to act like they're still the beacon of the world, the beacon of freedom, and the beacon of democracy? Because in fact, we're definitely not.
Well, the World Cup is in trouble. Nobody wants to come here. Ticket sales are down. They've actually had to lower the price of the tickets because they can't give them away at this point. They thought they were going to get thousands and thousands of dollars for tickets, and they may not even be able to get $100. We personally, my family, we have heard from our friends that are either in Europe or the UK, and there's no way that they would come to the United States right now. They can see just how dangerous it is, and they're not willing to bring their children to this country. And I don't blame them. They can see for themselves what's going on. They've actually watched the videos. They can see the protests. They can see what ICE agents are doing to people. And they're not in the cult. So they don't believe this spin that comes out of the White House and Kristi Noem. I mean, it's very clear to them that they are blatantly lying about what's in these videos and what ICE is actually doing, and that they are just grabbing people off the street and asking questions later. So I knew the World Cup wasn't going to be a good idea to have in the United States, and there you have it.
Hello and good morning. In today's episode of As the White Hood Turns, let's talk about FIFA. You know what I'm talking about, the World Cup, right? Okay, so we remember just a few short months ago when Infantino gave Sid that peace prize, you know, the made up one, right? That one. So it has now come to light that people all over the world are boycotting FIFA and are canceling their travel and their tickets to come to the U.S. for the World Cup. What? They said, nah, we ain't coming. Y'all crazy. Y'all just be out here willy and nilly, shooting people, grabbing people off the street and everything. So no, we ain't coming. Get somebody else to do it. Get somebody else to do it because we ain't coming. And I love this. I love this because this just goes back to pretty much everything that Sid touches. Right? You can fill in the blank. I love this. I love it. Honorable mention, however, goes to the Philadelphia Eagles. You know, they are now out of the playoffs. We're going to blame Saquon. He went over there. He went over to the White Hood. And George Kittle, big honking Sid supporter, plays for the 49ers. He tore his Achilles yesterday. So even as the Niners advance, he won't be playing. I'm not saying that it's Sid's fault. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that when you align yourself with Sid, things don't always go your way, right? Because they never go his way. Not really. Okay. I'm going to go drink some coffee. Y'all have a good day. Okay.
Major breaking news just coming in now. The World Cup tickets are being cancelled. You won't believe more than 20,000 tickets have been cancelled in less than 48 hours over immigration fear in the United States. And FIFA has immediately called for a state of emergency that will be next week over the safety and political backlash. You won't believe this. And let me tell you, the political backlash we're talking about here is the tie on political climate. You all understand how the ICE are terrorizing people in the United States, most especially the black people. They're facing it rough, and a lot of people have been in great fear. Even after the lowering price of tickets, they are in great fear. How about when we go to the United States and we come head on collision with the ICE? What might happen? This is one of the greatest fear that citizens are facing right now. And it's turning out that maybe the FIFA World Cup 2026 might not be held in the United States. Maybe it will be relocated to Mexico or Canada. Let's wait and see each and everything after FIFA holding a meeting.
Brothers and sisters, welcome back to the channel. I'm hoping that you are doing great. I think what's happening is that people have just lost trust in the country, and people don't even trust where they come from anymore. I'm talking about people in the United States. What happened, it's really, really crazy. It's really, really crazy because what happened, it happened during the daytime in Minneapolis. And all these brought about a resentment. It brought about a resentment from people. And you understand, when you're living in a society or you're living in a country that doesn't care about the lives of its own citizen, how will you trust the lives of the visitors that are going to come to promote your country while they'll be watching World Cup? So you understand that it's crazy. And all this that is happening are so much revealing about how an empire crumbles. And these are one of the mid stages that we see when a country or an empire is crumbling. People lose trust. People don't trust the state. So when people don't trust the state, you know what it means? They will start the boycotts. They will start what is called self-sabotaging. It's not like people are sabotaging themselves. Like when you get to look at the United States, or when you look at generally America itself, you get to understand that its main enemy, it is its own citizen. Do you think that the citizens of the United States really want to be the enemy of their own country? No, but it is because it is the citizens versus the state, because they are doing a couple of things that people don't like. And when they do the things that people don't like, you know how it gets there. They are the ones who talk. With the rise of social media, with the rise of all these things, they are telling you a lived experience. And this is something which was recorded, and it happened during the day. And everyone saw this happening, brothers and sisters. So you understand that all these things that we are seeing happening, the citizens of the United States are just trying to warn you all to be safe. They're trying to warn you not to put your feet in the United States or generally go to America because you want to watch football. It's not safe for you all, right? So tell me, when the citizens of a country don't trust their own country, do you want to tell me that it is safe for you to go? Honestly, if you ask me, I won't say that it's safe to go. Now, while I was watching a video, I followed a couple of comments that people tried to share. And I'm thinking that it's important for us to, my power just went off. And I'm thinking that it's just important for us to talk about these issues. Somebody came and said that if Americans are saying don't attend the World Cup, what does that mean? Because these are the people that live in this place, and they're warning you and they're telling you not to do it. It means that it's not safe for you to go there. Somebody said that they can kill you and nobody can do anything about it. Yeah, it's sad. It's sad that I'm not surprised that this can happen to a fan. who just innocently is going to the United States to, to watch World Cup or to watch football, and all these things just come out and, happen. And you cannot control it because it has already happened, right? Somebody came and said that the athlete should also consider, do not come here. You will get shot on the face. You are not exempt. You are not exempted. In short, whether you're coming to play, whether you're coming to watch football, your fate, it's still the same. They are saying that it's not safe, and it's not safe for everybody. Somebody's saying that I'm from America. I have so many friends who aren't American, and I can't imagine them coming here and being taken away. It hurts that this all is happening, and every chance I get to spend with them has been some of the best memories going on to these here. It's crazy. You understand? It's crazy. And I think this is all just about the civil war in the United States, something that we were told that will happen. And also culminates down to what I was talking about, the signs of a crumbling empire. These are the signs of a crumbling empire because we are seeing these things happening in real time. So somebody saying that ICE should not be the only reason for this cancellation, but also the way the current president is behaving on the world scene, kidnapping the president of a sovereign country, killing more than 100 men in small fishing boats under the pretext that they are drug traffickers, and also threatening to invade and take over other regions of the world. The US is leading a rogue and terrorist country in the world. I will never set foot back there. It's really crazy. It's really crazy when you get to hear what the people who live in the United States themselves talk about all these things, and you think that it's a joke, right? So somebody said that they placated him and gave him a peace prize. Now they placate this: FIFA, boycott, protest, speak up, stand up, world. We Americans cannot do it alone, although we are trying. Remember, it took the world to stop Hitler. How many said back then, and even now, that should have intervened or done something sooner? How many have said if they could back and stop him? So somebody saying that even these people saying not to spend money in America still put their punches and try to minimize the impact of what they say. Even if the good guys can't just say the truth without being merely mouthed, what hope is there for America? None. That's how America exists. And this is a crazy time. This is a crazy time for United States. And I'm just praying. I'm just praying for everyone to be safe out there. I'm just praying that everyone should be safe. And I'm praying that God protects you. God protects all Black people, brothers and sisters. I'm saying this honestly, because for the longest time, they have felt to this problem. And generally all Americans, brothers and sisters, may God protect you, whatever you are. I really don't know what's going on, like you are the one who on the ground on those places. But I'm praying that you stay safe. I'm praying that you be vigilant during this time, because it's happening and it's crazy and it's here with us. So brothers and sisters, I'm hoping to see you on my next video. But until then, peace, love, and harmony. Salute. Let me see you on my next video.